or C main. One last check by one of the officials there, getting the cars all on the grid. We get the wave up to Scotty to give the okay to give the go ahead to start this one off as we look from our team associated track cam on the left hand side. It is Hubert Honigl leading them around as it is a freight train of two-wheel drive buggies into that elevated chicane section. Up to the Sun Paddow left-hander here. What a train of two-wheel drive. This is C. This is the group 21 through 30 essentially, battling it out for a C main here. Hubert Honigl, Martin Bear, Patrick Hofer, Atsushi Hara, and Kaito Kodera.
And we've got a special guest here in the Team Lucy Racing broadcast booth, a prior former LiveRC color man here with me in the booth. Chris Mitchell and the voice of Australia is going to join Justin Wild here for the C main.
So Hubert Honigl and Patrick Hofer in a battle up in front now. We welcome in Chris Mitchell. Chris, you just ran there in the F main. How did that go?
The F main's always great fun. It's my first World Finals main. I managed to please the crowd a little bit by sending it onto my roof. And then it bounced onto its wheels. I drove into third. So finished where I started. I got to be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to improve on qualifying position or at least finish no worse. So good run there for you in the F main. We didn't get to watch a whole bunch of it as we were stuck with watching your current world champion now in two-wheel drive, Ryan Mayfield, during some interviews, but it looked pretty fun there at the end. So we catch up with Hubert Honigl as he works on the right-hand side of the track, Chris.
Yeah, definitely. In this C main here, a good note to have here is Josh Payne and Billy Easton got a bit of a bet going on. Payne wants to smash Easton on track. It's been going on, building up for about a year and a bit now, and it currently looks like he might have his measure. We'll check him out as they bring it along. Yes, he has him just at the moment. Payne in front of Easton back there in 6th and 7th spot, but it's Honigl who leads away down the front straightaway once more. We pick him up on the right-hand side over that tabletop. That's getting a few holes around the track now, a few ruts and holes picking up the car, and it definitely makes jumping interesting, especially on the triple into the back left section of the track. Nice hole right on the top of the lip, sends you for a big whip. You're not expecting it at all, so it's, you can see it's going around it there as he takes the triple.
Yeah, there's actually two holes on the front of that face, one right in the center, and then you try and go left to avoid that, and there's another one there, and you cannot go right because the jump face is not squared up the same way. So it sends you super wing high, probably unable to recover there. We also noticed that the sun's starting to go down just a little bit here, and so A3 likely to be under the lights, which we've heard some drivers struggle with a little bit.
Yeah, under lights out here is, for someone like me, nigh on impossible. My vision's probably 8 out of 20. And a lot of drivers commenting that it's just too hard to see the car. So it's going to be very interesting to see how A3 goes down coming up soon under the lights. It shouldn't be too bad because we're not getting under full darkness, but I'm yet to see what we'll find out as far as the light goes.
Yeah, so we stay with Honigl here in the X-Ray. He has led this thing from start to finish with a 2.2 second advantage on Hofer, as Martin Bear, who started in the 2nd, has slipped all the way to the 8th now, but Novotny from the 6th up to the 3. And you heard about the Billy Easton, Josh Payne bet going on right now. Easton the better of Payne, as Easton sits in 4 and Josh sits in the 6th position.
Yeah, so it's time for Josh to break it now.
With 1:30 to go, Billy Easton actually fast lap of the race that time by 27.388 for the Serpent Machine. As we continue to ride along with your leader in the X-Ray, Hubert Honigl.
The Honigl going double through that third double across the back end there. One of the few that manages to get it right. Of course, as we go further down the order, less and less drivers manage to get it right. I know I haven't managed to get it right once this week so far. It's been singles for me, and every time I tried the double, I ended up either broken or on my roof. So it's definitely that part of the track that really separates the men from the boys out here at Charmin.
Yeah, we just saw the world champion actually choose the single line through this third jump right here. So no shame in going single through that one and doubling the other 3. And it looked like it was a touch slower, but it also reduced the risk a lot and a chance of getting corner-marshaled and falling down the leaderboard.
Yeah, definitely. During A2, I was actually standing right on the sidelines out of that final double onto the front straight, and you could see through the rest of the lap Mayfield was pulling away from Cav before Cav had that mistake that cost him a long way. But right there as he went singles, Cav would make all that time back up and probably then some. But it was awesome to see the difference in the driving style coming into play in that second World Championship beside him. And of course Mayfield came out with the win. and is now an IFMAR world champion.
Yeah, absolutely. We would expect that Cavallari pushing a little bit in that third double. That might have been the spot he made the mistake, but he made it in the interesting spot right here as he got into that center tube in that S section that we saw Hubert Honigl get through cleanly right there. Honigl been doing the double-double and going to go for the full 4-pack. Now going to shut down that last one as the race clock has expired. So Hubert will take the wire-to-wire win here in your C main. And it looks like Hofer, as long as he can get through death row there, will go 2 with Novotny in the 3, battling with Billy Easton. And it looks like Payne tried to break it there towards the end, but he is going to lose that bet.
Yeah, it looks like Easton in the 4, Munday in 5. They are coming home in 6. Atsushi Hara in 7. Josh Payne bringing it home in P8. Kaito Kodera in 9. And Hayato Matsuzaki